Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where you get real reviews, tips, tricks, unboxings, and more from a real person. My name is Alexandra, aka the not so evil stepmother, and you will not be getting any special cameras, lightings, filters, none of that jazz here. No, nothing but the raw, real deal for you guys. So today we are talking about foundations. It's already a couple of months into 2019, and there have been a ton of foundations that have been released and releasing this year, and then it released at the end of last year. So what's good, what's not, what's good for who? I've got the skinny for you guys. So without further ado, let's get on into it. Welcome back, you guys, and before we get into this whole foundation video, I just want to make one quick little disclaimer to you all. So what started me on this endeavor is the fact that I just had a baby, and for those of you all that have had babies before, you know it throws your skin all out of whack. What normally works doesn't work anymore. Problems you didn't have, you do have. So normally I am combination to oily skin. Normally I don't have a major pore problem. Normally I don't have dark spots, but I have all of those issues now, and my skin is super dry. So while I've been trying these foundations out, I've also had other people try them out and try them out on other people to see what works best for who, so that way I can give you guys the ins and outs of what's good and what's not. So let's get on. Guys, so the first foundation that we're going to talk about today is supposed to be a revolutionary foundation that you are supposed to be able to wear without any primer at all, and it even comes with an instruction booklet, and that is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Foundation, which currently retails for $56. Now let me say this. I really wanted to love this foundation. I love their veil powder, mineral veil powder. I really liked their Vanish foundation sticks. I really wanted to love the liquid foundation. However, I don't care what kind of skin you have, because I tried it on oily and combination and dry, and I'm saying it caked up and creased and sat in everywhere. I was not impressed, and I just really don't want to talk bad about Hourglass, but it was what it was. It was a really big letdown for me all the way around. So save yourself a lot of time and money. Now, I will say this much. If you do have the mineral veil powder, go get a sample of the foundation. The reason being is because, and I did keep a little sample of it before I took back because I wanted to show you guys this. The reason being is if you have, take a little bit of the concealer or the foundation and dip it in the powder, like, and then put it on underneath your eyes, this makes a great concealer. I'm saying, like, does not crease. I mean, just does not dry up. And I have very dry under the eyes. And I mean, it just makes a great concealer for under the eyes, especially if you're older. So I'm just saying, like, if you have the mineral veil powder, go get a sample of the foundation just so you can do that. All right, moving on. All right, guys, so for the second foundation that we're going to talk about, and the reason why I'm kind of putting this on the newer list is because she just released this Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. So I'm like, all right, Fenty, I see you. I'm going to try you out, because let me tell you, this concealer, if you want creaseless, baby, this is the one you want right here. This is amazing concealer. Okay, so moving on to the foundation, however, though, yeah, if you have dry skin, not the one you want. Now, let me say this. It did definitely hide those pores. The primer, amazing with the foundation. It did definitely mattify everything and hide those pores. However, if you have dry skin, as I do, or if you have combination dry skin, it will cake up and kind of settle in those areas. I shouldn't say cake up, but it will settle in those dry areas and kind of show a dry patchiness to it. So with that being said, I could not keep the Fenty foundation, so that had to go back to Sephora. However, I've got some good replacements for it. Moving on. All right, guys, the third foundation that I want to talk to you guys about today that just recently released is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This little guy right here. Now, let me say this. The e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer, amazing, blew me away. They also just released the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, which I'm saying is a pretty good knockoff to the Fenty, so just throwing that out there. Now, the foundation, however, it's not bad, you guys. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It is oil-free. It does have like a satiny finish. It doesn't have 24-hour wearing power by any means. Again, it's a drugstore. You get what you pay for. But it was very surprising. Now, for somebody that has super, super dry skin, it was a little drying in certain areas. So if you have oily skin or combination of oily skin, this might be one that you want to look at. So, and it's only $6. So just throwing that out there to you guys. All right, I got you back. All right, guys, so the fourth foundation that I want to talk to you guys about today that just recently released is the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. Now, it currently retails for $39. We all, I'm sure, have seen and heard of the Tarte Face Tape concealer. As you can see, I have right here. Now, the concealer for me, I did not like under the eyes. I liked in other areas, but under the eyes, it was very drying and it kind of creased a lot. But other people swear by it. So if you're younger, you know, they swear by it. Now, the foundation, I kind of feel like is the same thing. If you're younger and you want full coverage, go for it. It works. It does cover the pores. It is very full coverage. You will probably love it. Now, if you're like 30s and above, or if you have super, super dry skin, I would probably stay away from it. But that's just me to y'all, okay? So it does, like I said, with a good primer, it does work very well for covering pores, and it does have really full coverage for sure. It just kind of sits in certain areas. If you have dry skin, it definitely soaks into those spots instead of like melting into the skin with everything else like it should. And I also come to find that it does not work that great with other products. So like certain powders and things like that, it just didn't work so good with. So just throwing that out there to you guys. Let's go on to number 5. All right, guys, for number 5, we are going to talk about the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. Now, I tried this. I tried this several different ways with several different primers and several different things. And for me, myself, even though it is supposed to be hydrating and it is supposed to cover your pores and help with all that, it literally sunk into my pores like to where there were like little white dots everywhere my pores were. Okay, so for me, it did not work. But I've had other people that like swear by it and they really, really love it and things like that. So this is one of those that I would say go to Ulta or Sephora or a Bare Minerals store and have them try it on you and see what it looks like. And wait till you get home and see what it looks like in your own home lighting, okay? Because a lot of times when I try foundations in the store, I don't like them, but then when I get home, I love them. So just throwing that out there to you guys. Now, let me say this. I tried their Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. Now, this is not a new one, but it's new for me. And this was absolutely amazing. Amazing. So, you know, again, it just really depends on what your skin type is and what it is that you're looking for. As a matter of fact, this is what I have on this side of my face today. So I have 2 different foundations on either side, and we're going to talk about what I have on this side next. But like I said, this is what I have on this side, and I loved it. I really have loved it. So I have not had any issues with it. It is very, very long wearing. It does not cake up or crease or center in any areas. It is very full coverage. It does cover your pores, and I'm saying it's extremely long wearing. So again, you know, the stick is kind of the version of this, a little lesser, I guess, version of it, and a little more hydrating supposedly. So again, I would try it out. It, you know, just try it, you guys. That's all I can say is try it. Depending on what kind of skin type you have, it could be amazing. So moving on to number 6. All right, so the 6th and final foundation that I want to talk to you guys about today that isn't new, but they just recently changed their formula. So I feel like the formula and the foundation itself is new, and that is the Dior Forever Skin Glow by Dior. So, and let me say this, I did not like Dior Backstage. I did not like the original Dior Forever Skin. However, I really did like this. And as a matter of fact, I have this on this side of my face, and I have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro on this side of my face. And you really can't tell a difference between the two. I was kind of a little worried, since this was a skin glow, that it was going to make my skin look very wet and dewy and all of that, and it doesn't. It gives a nice soft little glow. It does have a semi-matte finish to it, but it's not super drying. I was very, very impressed with this new formula. Quite frankly, it did not soak into my pores. It has not caked up in any areas or creased. Like normally, like my smile line's super creased. And I mean, you can't, you know, I mean, obviously I have permanent creases in my smile lines, but like my makeup itself is not creasing, not in my forehead. And I mean, literally I have one on one half and one on the other. And I mean, it's just done amazing. It's lasted all day. Both of them have. I haven't had any issues with them. So again, they both have SPF in there too. So I feel like they would make great summertime foundations. I think the Dior has SPF 35 and the Bare Minerals Pro has SPF, what is it, 20, I think. The only big difference between the two is the price point. This is $52 and this is $34. So, but I mean, as far as the formula goes and how it works on your skin, if you have dry skin and are having a pore problem, either one I feel like would be the one for you. So just throwing that out there. It was definitely the one for me. All right, so that is all I've got for you guys today as far as these foundations go. Hopefully this helps you out in trying some of these new foundations that have been releasing. And let me know down below, you know, have you tried any of these that we've talked about? What did you think? What do you like? What do you not like? I am very curious and I love to hear from all of you guys. I hope you have an amazing week this week. And yeah, love you. Bye.